Okay, so my G, H, and F. Okay, my G is at 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 4, 5. Okay, my H is going to be at 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My 5, 1, 2, 3. So 5, 3. And lastly, my F is going to be 1, 1, 2, 3. So 1, 3. Okay, and this one says do 90, 180, or 360?
90.
90. Okay, so 90, you're going to flip-flop. Okay, you're going to flip-flop. And essentially what I like to do is flip-flop them. So change their spots. And then the first one, you need to change the sign. So instead of it being 4, 5, it's going to be 5, 4. And you're going to change the sign on the first one. So that's going to be -5. Okay, for H, you're going to flip-flop. So 3, 5. And you're going to change the sign on the first one. And then for F, you're going to flip-flop. So 3, 1. And change the sign on the first one. Okay, and now the new one is ready to be graphed. So -5. So left 5 and up 4 is going to be G prime. -3, so left 3 and up 5 is going to be H prime. And -3, 1. 1, 2, 3, up 1 is going to be F prime. Okay, when we're rotating, counting, etc., we're always doing that from the origin, so make sure that you're doing that from 0, 0 for everywhere. But that's like basic graphing, but I do have to just remind you
Is
about
it
that.
wrong if you don't label it?
It depends who you're asking. Am I gonna mark it wrong? No. Is a different math teacher gonna mark it wrong? Yes. I can tell you what your shape is without. So the reason for marking them is the shape orientation, so you know where G actually went, rather than looking at it, because if you're just looking at it, it's kind of almost hard to tell between H and G. So I don't necessarily require that. If they can get it to the point where it's supposed to be, I'm calling it good. Okay, 3. Okay, we're gonna go through and find our coordinates. So I got E, F, and D. Good morning. Okay, so my E is gonna be over 3, up 1. And really I should not say over. Why should I not say over? Why should I not say over 3?
Because it's 180.
Not because it's 180. Why should I not say over 3? I can't just say over 3.
Because it could go either way.
It could go either way. Okay, so we do need to know which way it's going over 3, because if we're going to the left, what kind of 3 is that going to be? A negative. If we're going to the right, it's a positive. Okay, so it's going to be 3, 1. Okay, the F is on 0, 0. And then the D is on positive 2, down 3, so -3. Okay, and this one, does it say 90, 180, or 360? It says 180. Okay, so 180 says keep them in their spots, but change the signage. Okay, it does not say make it a negative, because if it's already a negative, it's going to become a positive. Okay, so you're going to keep them in their spots and change the sign. Okay, so they're going to stay in their spots, and then you're going to change the sign on each one. So this should be a -3 and a -1. Okay, for 0, 0 is still 0, 0 always. Okay, and then 2, 3. So we're gonna keep them in their spots and change the sign. So this was a positive, so it needs to become a negative. This was a negative, so that one needs to become a positive.
Negative? Yeah. Okay, I'll put it in. This was such an
So E, we're gonna go left 3, 1, 2, 3, down 1. And then 0, 0 is still gonna be at 0, 0, that's F prime. And then D is gonna be left 2, up 3, 1, 2, 3.
I'm late. Okay, one. One, two, one.
Okay, number 5. We're gonna go through and find our coordinates first. Okay, so U, I got 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, so 1, 4. V, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, so to the right 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, up 4. W, I got 1, 2, 3, so right 3, up 1, and T is at 0, 0. Okay, does this say 90, 180, or 270? 90. So 90 says flip flop them and change the sign on the first one. Okay, so we're gonna flip flop them. So 4, 1, and change the sign on the first one. So it is a positive, so we're gonna make it a negative. Okay, B, flip flop them and change the sign on the first one.
Negative.
Okay, and then lastly, the W, flip flop them and change the sign. And 0, 0 is still 0, 0. Okay, so we got negative 4, 1. So you're gonna go left 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, up 1. It's gonna be U. Okay, for the V, it's gonna be negative 4, positive 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The W is gonna be negative 1, positive 3, so up 3. And the T is still at 0, 0. Okay, 7. We're gonna find our coordinates first. So I got C, B, E, D. Okay, C is gonna be to the right 2 and up 2, so 2, 2. Okay, B is gonna be to the right 1 and down 1, so 1, negative 1. E is gonna be to the left 1 and then down 4, so left 1, the library has it, I sent it down to the library this morning. Should literally, very for your. E is gonna be to the left 1, so negative 1, and then down 4, so negative 4, negative 1, negative 4. And then D is to the left 3 and up none, so 0. Negative 3, 0. Okay, and then does it say 90, 180, or 270?
90.
90, so we're gonna flip flop them and make the first one a negative. Okay, so it's gonna become 2, 2. We flip flop them and make the first one a negative.
Miss McKinley is missing one of the
Oh, we'll see. B, we're gonna flip flop them. And then we're gonna change the sign on the first one.
So,
Okay, so it was negative, so it needs to be a positive.
wait, are you
Yep, I'm sure. So you change their spots, so this one's gonna go here, and this one goes here. So this one now is here, and it was a negative, so it needs to become a positive. Okay, E, we're gonna flip flop them, and then change the sign on the first one, so it was a negative 4, so it needs to be a positive 4, and then the negative one is gonna stay. And then D, you're gonna change them, so 0 and then negative 3. Okay, so for 7, I got negative 2, positive 2, so left 2, up 2. 1, 1, so right 1, up 1. E is gonna be 4, negative 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 1. And D is 0, negative 3. 1, 2, 3. Can I scroll?
yeah.
Okay, 9. We're gonna find our coordinates, so D, C, E, and F. Okay, D is over 0, and up 1, 2, 3. E is left 2, up 3. C is over 0, down 1. And F is left 3, down 1. Okay, does this one say 90, 180, or 270?
180.
180. So 180 says flip, or leave them in their spots, but change the sign. Okay, so leave them in their spots, but change the sign. So we're gonna leave them in their spots. Okay, 0 still stays at 0, but this one needs to become a negative 3. Okay, same thing, leave them in their spots, but change the sign. So this was a negative 1, so we need to turn it into a positive 1. Okay, so for E, it's gonna be positive 2, negative 3. For F, it's gonna be a positive 3, positive 1. Okay, we leave them in their spots, but change the signage. Okay, so for D, we got 0, negative 3. So we're just gonna go down 3. For C, I got 0, 1. E, I got 2, negative 3. And then F, I got 3, 1. Okay, the same as yesterday, you guys are gonna take the back page and rip it off, so all you need to do is 1 through 10. So 1 through 10, you're gonna do, okay, so you got 5 to do on your own, go through